Barbie! I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga.
Scruffy-looking nerve herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yoi's a trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello and welcome to episode 108 of the Real Serious Podcast. We got 3 reviews coming at you today. Wuthering Heights, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Crime 101, along with some news, including that Spider Noir trailer that I think was pretty good. But we'll touch on that in a little bit.
Quite tasteful.
Yes. Jack and I will be starting you off today talking about Crime 101 before Charles jumps on to talk about Wuthering Heights. But Jack, before that, anything you got going on?
I watched the first Transformers movie yesterday.
Nice.
I was quite pleased. I was happy with it. There was a lot of transforming, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But
I am Optimus Prime.
It's
so
very
sick.
it's just Michael Bay in the most extreme way possible. Which is fun.
It's like distilled
but I think
Michael Bay.
the 2000 like isms that come from this movie, some of them are like, yeah, this rocks, and then some of them I'm just kind of like, eh. But I liked it. I did. So hopefully I'm going to kind of get through some of those soon. But yeah,
they're good, man.
It's probably the most exciting thing that I've done this week, unfortunately.
I saw a good YouTube video a couple weeks ago, and it was about like how we've reversed opinions on certain things that used to be like slop. Like the Michael Bay Transformers movies. Like those used to be like slop. But because you compare them to the slop we get now, they look so much better and there's so much more care put in that you're like, wow, this is like a great experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's funny because I wonder how much like of other stuff has gone through that similar transition, but like we just don't know about it because we're just in it. But yeah, no, excited for you to watch those. Excited for the
Me too.
Transformers.
Visual effects are insane. Like
so good.
They look so good, and there's like that little filter that's just on every single shot. It works.
Yeah, and it just looks nice.
It kind of makes me want to grab a Corona, you know?
If you want to do that, have you considered Fast and Furious?
No.
Yeah, the Super Bowl happened last week. We got some trailers, which we will talk about, but kind of a less exciting year for Super Bowl trailers and a less exciting Super Bowl overall.
Yeah, it was let down.
So, but hey, shout out all of the Seahawks fans out there. Good job, guys. You did it. Good job. Sorry, I'm just a college football champion, so I don't really care about the NFL at all. So no big deal. All right, want to jump into Crime 101?
Yeah, let's do it.
Directed by Bart Layton, who had a couple other things that I don't think I've seen before, but starring Chris Hemsworth, Corey Hawkins, who else is in this movie? Barry Keoghan, Nick Nolte's in here for actually a pretty solid role that I liked. And almost am I forgetting who's in here? Halle Berry's in here as well. An elusive thief eyeing a final score encounters a delusioned assurance broker at her own crossroads. As the paths intertwine, a relentless detective trails them to hoping to thwart a multi-million-dollar heist they are planning. Jack, what did you think of Crime 101?
See, this was another movie where I watched the marketing for it, and I was a little worried. You know, I don't think this was a movie I was instantly like, I have to go see this. Yep. I like Chris Hemsworth. I like Mark Ruffalo. I mean, I think this is a stacked cast. But again, from the trailer, I wasn't immediately, I have to go see this. Kind of similar to Send Help in a way. You know? Like, but then I went and I watched this movie, and I just was having such a great time. This movie flows so well. I think the pacing here is like just phenomenally good.
Oh yeah.
Because as you're getting interested in this LA atmosphere, you're hopping from character to character, you're learning bits and pieces, and right when you think you're about to get more, they hop to somebody else. And the transitions are fun. Like I feel like the transitions, like they have the yoga transitions. He's like on his laptop. I mean, I can't specifically call out some of them. I wish I could, but they had some very creative transitions from one character to the next, and finding different ways to do that. So I was really pleased with this movie. A lot of thrills. It wasn't. I mean, it had some little jokes scattered throughout, but well acted, well written, well paced. So I think we've been blessed the first 2 months so far, because I think there really have been just very few movies on a weekly basis that we've seen that have just been atrocious, which I think we're used to in a January, February atmosphere.
I agree completely. I think that this is a big winner of the year. I really like this one. I really like Mark Ruffalo in this movie. I was thinking about it. I think Mark Ruffalo has an awesome filmography when you go back.
I agree.
And take a look at it, take a step back. Same with Chris Hemsworth. I think he's an underrated actor who deserves a bit more. And this was probably Halle Berry's best in like the last 15 years, easily. So I really did like how serious it took everything. I loved the meticulous planning of it all. And I think overall this was a great little characters within this. I mean, even his Mark Ruffalo's like sidekick detective, like even he had a good little character arc and story beats throughout, even though he was just a minimal part of this movie. I really like Barry Keoghan as like this. That's a great Barry Keoghan role. That is that's like exactly what he should be doing.
He's the wild card.
Yes, just the wild card in here. Nick Nolte was awesome in his little bits here. This is very 90s movie, I think, just like on location set. Kind of reminded me, obviously, a lot of Collateral, I think. Not to that extent to be as good as Collateral, but like LA heist crime movie. Obviously, a lot of comparisons between this and Heat has been happening. But this is just a really solid thriller that we just don't get a whole lot anymore, with a great cast, well written, I think really well directed. I loved a lot of the shots of like the camera on doors and hinges and things like that, where it would move with the characters. I thought that was really awesome. Used it a lot for car doors, but he used a couple other spots as well. I did like that they were almost restrained in the action, and they never fully went to like a big shootout or like a big, which when there was, little points of action and everything, like it really amplified the thrill of it. And I think overall it had a pretty good story within it. I mean, even the ending, which we don't have to jump into spoilers right now, but like the ending I think really works for what the story was and what it was told. And I think the thing I really liked about it is no matter who it was talking about, there was always that gray that I think works well for a movie like this, where you're not fully on one person's side. And no one is fully good, no one is fully evil, which I think works well for a film like this. But no, I mean, I really liked it. I gave it an 81 out of 100. I think this is really solid, and I would definitely watch this again.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I have this at a 73. I think this was just a whole lot of fun. Just I'm not gonna say like a stat cast, but like the cast. I mean, everyone does a really good job.
It's pretty close. I mean, Monica Barrero too, an awesome recent last 5 years for her.
She's got to be in more. Just like put her in.
She's got a good one coming out this year that I'm very excited about. She's got a One Night Only coming out later this year from director Will Gluck with her and Callum Turner. It's a rom-com, which I think is going to be good. So excited about that one.
Yeah, it was just. I feel like when she was in the movie, she just kind of had like a big impact on, or I don't know if you want to hop into spoilers.
Yeah, no, let's jump into spoilers for sure. I think that she did have a big impact on humanizing Chris Hemsworth's character, Mike. Like, he was pretty robotic to an extent. Like, robotic's not the right word, but like very closed off. And then obviously he meets her. And it kind of changes his opinion on a lot of things and changes. But he never really even opens up to her either, which, listen, I'll be honest. If this was like my friend and she was like, yeah, I'm going on dates with this guy, I would think that guy was a serial killer. I'd be like, this guy's a serial killer. You're going on the dates with this guy. That's a bad move. But no, I mean, I think that was a nice like humanizing bit for him. I liked the relationship too between Mark Ruffalo after the divorce with him and Halle Berry. It was like a nice little friendship that they had. Big mistake shaving the mustache though. He looked so cool with the mustache. Big mistake.
I don't know. I kind of liked it though. It was kind of like he was changing something, and like I feel like when you have a big change in your life or something, like that physical change of just like, not that he'd look bad with the mustache, but maybe for him it's like, all right, he's just gonna clean shave it up, you know?
Yeah,
and that's kind of like a physical.
I feel like he looked like
change.
So cool.
No, I know he did look cool. He looked kind of like the disheveled detective, and I kind of like that, or the cop. But I don't know. It was funny when he shaved the mustache because it's like it's there, and then it's like next moment it's like, whoa, Mark.
No, I mean, he did. He was like, "Oh, is that Bruce Banner? What the heck?"
I did like the yoga scene. I thought that was funny.
I thought all the yoga stuff was good.
He's trying to like keep up with everyone there. Like I've been there before. Like that's just they're trying to get you to do all this stuff, and it's like supposed to be super seamless, but then he's just behind, and he's like looking around and trying to like figure out what to do. I really like the scene where Chris Hemsworth is with the woman in the hotel. I feel like that paints a really good picture of his character as like this person that he wants to feel more. He wants to kind of have that intimate relationship, because I feel like there's other scenes in movies where you have a similar situation like that, and the character acts a whole lot different, you know, like they are a whole lot more excited or amped, as to where he's in this situation and she, you know, touches his chest or his arm, but it feels like no one's there, you know.
I'm with you.
And I thought that was it's like 30 seconds. I mean, it's a blink and you'll miss it. Go to the bathroom and you'll miss it. But I think it helps us understand the thinking of this character so much. I really like the conversation him and Monica Barbaro were having on like the date, where she's like, if you could, you know, restart your life, would you do it?
He's like, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And it's funny because like you look at him and you're like, sure, he's gotten there the wrong way, but I'm sure a lot of people would be like, yeah, I'd love to live that life.
Yeah, the life that he's gotten.
And that's what I thought was interesting from this movie, is because you had so many different people. You had Halle Berry's character who, you know, had worked at this company for X amount of years, was promised something, was not given to her, and she's trying to do it the right way. You know, Chris Hemsworth is doing it the wrong way. And I thought there was a very clear mirror at the beginning of the movie where Chris Hemsworth is cleaning himself, getting ready, and he's in his apartment and it's very clean. He has this great view. And then you show Mark Ruffalo in his bathroom and it looks like like I'm sure it's a nice house, but when you compare the two of those, like a very dirty bathroom, and they made a big effort. You know, he's brushing his teeth and there's like toothpaste going down his mouth. But I really like that, is that you have somebody who wants to do good, like Mark Ruffalo's character, and he wants to, you know, be a contributor to a society that he wants, a better version of society that he thinks he can help create. And I just thought it was interesting, kind of the mirror between those two. And then you even throw in Halle Berry's character, and not that I'm saying this adds anything new to, you know, these types of conversations, but I thought it was just very well done.
No, I think her whole character, I think, was awesome. I really the one part I did think was very funny about this movie was when he gets the divorce and he's like, I guess I'll go live by the beach now, and has an awesome apartment by the beach.
Yeah,
like, dude, where was this the whole time? Like,
I know,
you're driving a crappy car, but you got this sweet place by the beach. I thought that was pretty funny, but I like the ending as well, of kind of like leaving it a little bit ambiguous of like, will they get back together? You know, obviously giving Mark Ruffalo the car, and then, you know, did Mark Ruffalo even keep some of the diamonds, or did he just give them all to Halle Berry? I really liked that whole bit right at the end. I also loved the heel turn of Mark, but I don't really think he did it wasn't a bad thing he did. He just kind of agreed, almost with Chris Hemsworth's mentality of like, the people that I'm stealing from are also bad people. Like, it's not like I'm stealing from like children or something. Like, I'm stealing people who are bad, and it's all insured, and the whole point is no one gets hurt. And I think that was like I think it was a good way to kind of mirror those two characters at the end, especially because Chris Hemsworth finally had to do some active violence, but to protect, Mark Ruffalo at the end of the day. So I really like this movie. I think this is a solid one. I think when we, talk about the end of the year, this might be one where we're like an honorable mention kind of a thing, but this is one where I'm excited to see next what Bartlett Layton does. And I really do think that Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo, like, this is great projects to keep picking. And I really like this. I hope this does well.
So sleek.
Yes.
I mean, some of the shots, like my favorite shot of probably the entire movie is that elevator scene.
Yeah.
Where Hemsworth and Ruffalo, and it's the reflection off of the gold elevator door. Yeah. It just looks,
the one where he's the other elevator one where he's
so
all
cool.
of the Chris Hemsworths, like, because it does the infinity thing, and it's just infinite.
Yeah.
That was sweet too. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good, just really nice shots in this movie.
Yeah, genuinely impressed.
Yeah, really good stuff, bro.
Called Dad and like, hey, gotta watch this, man.
Yeah,
he's not a big going to the theaters all the time guy, but I'm like, look, it'll probably be on streaming at some point.
Yeah, it'll be on Amazon.
Go see it in theaters, but
2 months.
When it does, he's got to watch it.
Yeah, you got it. This is one you got to watch.
Yeah.
No, but good. All right, let's go to. Let's do. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I'll talk about while we're waiting on Charles real quick. From
Nice.
Wuthering Heights.
I can ask you questions about it.
Yes, please do. I'll give my thoughts. Then please ask.
You could do. You could do full spoilers at some point too. I don't really think this is something I'm probably.
This is one that's hard to talk about without spoilers, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I think it's Gore Verbinski's first movie in like a decade. Here we go. Sam Rockwell, Haley Richardson, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz, Juno Temple. A man claiming to be from the future takes patrons of an iconic Los Angeles diner hostage in the search of unlikely recruits in a quest to save the world. I saw this at an early screening on Tuesday, and the more I sit with it, the less I like it, unfortunately. I really was not a fan of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And I was trying to think why, because I think that Sam Rockwell is awesome here, and everything about him is really great. My biggest issue, I think, is the focus in this movie and the storytelling of it all. It does a very similar plot device to Weapons from last year, where it kind of jumps at different points back in time to like who these people are that he takes from the diner and kind of their experience before they get to the diner. And I think that really hurts this movie because the whole idea of it is that it's hard, that he's having a hard time to convince these people that the AI takeover is happening. Yet when it goes back in time to like show these people that he selected, their lives would indicate that he would believe this man immediately. Like, it's such a strange choice to have them so ingrained in the fact that AI is evil and like coming for us, that the fact they don't believe him is just a strange choice, I think, to do. And then because of that, though, the pacing really dies, because you'll go from like really exciting, we're going. We got Sam Rockwell doing weird stuff, talking about the future, and then it will pause and go back, and it's like 20 minutes spent with like Juno Temple as a mom talking about like school shootings. It's like, whoa, hang on, what just happened? So that to me really kills the pacing of this overall, and I think the messaging here is good. Of like, we're getting to the point where AI is just everything, and it'll just keep giving you exactly what you want. And at a point when it gives you all that you want, you'll be okay with the fact it's taking away other things. And I like that idea. I just think it's done in such a way that like it's not taken with the sincerity that I think Gore Verbinski feels about it, and I think these characters feel about it. So when it's presented to you, it's almost like a joke. And I think that hurts the messaging overall. which to me almost undercuts the whole message in and of itself. So I think from a visual standpoint, this is nice to look at. I think that it's well directed. I think from a story perspective, it really falls off the wagon. And I think that anything that does not involve Sam Rockwell is just a big step down, in my opinion. Because he is easily the best part of this movie. And like, I would literally just watch this with him and it'd be way better by itself. So kind of disappointing overall. I gave it 2 stars. Really did not like it. It's a 41 out of 100 for me. Arguably better than a lot of things, that we've gotten. I mean, if you compared this to like last January, February releases, it'd be like, oh, this is better than most of that, but that's not saying a whole lot. So did not really like Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, unfortunately.
Woof.
Yeah. Woof is right. So
good evening, Mr. Charles.
Hello, Charles.
Hey, gents.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Chilling.
Happy Love Day, guys.
Thanks, King. Charles, you missed our chat about Crime 101, which we both liked quite a bit.
Yeah, I was going to see it. Well, here's the thing. So I was going to see a doubleheader on Friday.
Yeah.
I had the 6:30 Wuthering Heights and then 6:30 Crime 101, then 9 something Wuthering Heights. But then Friday after work, I was like, I really don't want to be at the theater until midnight. I'd like to go to bed early. So I went to Wuthering Heights at 6:30, went home, and then I went to bed at 9:45.
Nice.
And then I woke up at 4:30 on Valentine's. So yesterday. I couldn't go back to bed. And the sun wasn't coming up for 2 more hours. So I'm like, all right, what do I do? So I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Nice.
And I don't regret any decision I made this weekend.
Okay, cool.
And now I feel like I can talk about Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Oh, yeah, true. We can talk about that trailer when we get there.
Because I hadn't seen it before.
Oh, you're missing out.
Well, not anymore. Because I'm
not anymore, yeah.
Yesterday at 4:30 in the morning.
But yeah, anything else on Good Luck? Any other things on Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die? You guys want to
Streets are talking. They're saying it's one of the most influential or culturally impactful sci-fis of this decade.
I'm gonna give it a big to that.
Okay.
It could have been. It really could have been. I think that they just really. It's hard because I appreciate what Verbinski is doing here. Like he goes for it. Like it's very Pirates 3, where he's going for stuff there. And I think in Pirates 3 it works, where he's like really going over the top, large filmmaking, like a lot of different concepts. I think here it doesn't work because you're not bought in because of 6 hours you spent previously with these people. So then when it works in Pirates 3, it works. Where here it just. I think the messaging really just kind of falls flat because you're like, well, okay, it's too. I don't know. There's a real lack of humanity in this, where it's trying to say like humanity is the key to figuring it out. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority on this. Maybe people are liking it a lot more than I am. I mean, it's a 3.5 on Letterboxd compared to my 2, so clearly I'm in the lower trend of this. But it's definitely bonkers. It's bonkers in a fun way. Like it's definitely like you're like, wow, someone thought of that. It's impressive someone came up with that idea. But listen, just not for me. Not for me.
Mm.
Still better than Shelter though. On the year for me.
Man. Shelter was that rough, huh?
It's we alternate our Statham years. That's all we do. We alternate Statham years. Every other year we get a good Statham.
The Beekeeper's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beekeeper 2 is going to kick some booty.
I have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die at the 3rd worst of the year, just ahead of Shelter and Mercy. Okay. And then Crime 101 is actually my number 2 of the year.
Yeah, I'm split. It's either my 2 or 3. It's either slightly ahead of Send Help or slightly behind. I haven't been able to figure out that distinction just yet.
Hey, that's okay, man. Don't you worry about it. Sure, man. All right, let's get into Wuthering Heights. Obviously, the big review of the week. Wuthering Heights, directed by Emerald Fennell, starring Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi, and Hung Chow. Come Undone. Tragedy strikes when Heathcliff falls in love with Catherine Earnshaw, a woman from a wealthy family in 18th century England. Based on the book Wuthering Heights, what did we think of the big steamy romance movie of 2026? Charles, you've just joined us. I think you should go first.
Should I?
I think so.
I actually just revised my rating on my walk.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I think I let it sit a little bit. I'll talk about the good first. Overall, I think it was fine, which I think is probably still above where you guys may be at. I think the things you point to are the visuals and the score, and I think they carry this film on their back. I mean, it looks beautiful. It's shot beautifully. And literally from the jump, that first scene, and kind of like is it the gallows? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Hanging people.
Yeah. With that kind of like score, that beat was nuts. And I was like, oh, this is sweet. The main issue, I think the acting was fine too. I read a lot of hate that it was not faithful to the book.
Oh.
Like I read a lot that Jacob Elordi should have been like more vengeful.
Way worse. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was just kind of like a sad puppy half the time. There were some moments where it got a little too freaky for me.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
I also have a take on this. I think maybe
I do too. I think Hunter and I are seeing eye to eye on this one. Sorry, continue, Charlie. I just thought that was
my main issue. I'm trying to think of there's a movie that came out recently that I had this thought. There's no one to root for. Everyone is hateable. Except for Mr. Linden. Edgar.
Yeah, Mr. Linden. Dude.
Yes.
He was my guy. I was like, this poor guy. He's awesome.
Yeah, he was going through shambles.
Yeah.
He was in shambles.
I love Edgar.
This poor dude. And like throughout the film, you want to root for the main characters, but everyone is just kind of like terrible.
Yeah.
The dad's terrible. Nellie's terrible.
That stinks.
Kathy and Heathcliff are like, at times you're like, okay, they're not bad, and then like at other times you can't root for them. And it sounds like in the book they're all really bad characters, but I don't know. On screen, you got to have someone to root for, and if you don't, it's really hard to get into it. So leaving the theater, I gave it a 3.5. I was pretty happy. I was like, this was fine. But then letting it sit, I started thinking like, okay, I know in the theater I was thinking, I don't know who I'm rooting for here. I kind of just hate everyone.
Yeah.
And then the ending, it's just a bummer what happens. And you still feel terrible about yourself because poor Edgar is like,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Edgar's the big loser in all this.
Yeah, he is.
Or he's the real winner. Maybe that's a hot take.
I think the acting was great. I think, like I said, it looked good. I think the score was great. Just the actual like story and the plot was a little, I don't know. It also didn't totally make sense. I thought some of kind of the it wasn't very linear, I would say. You understand who Kathy and Heathcliff are. Then Kathy makes this decision. Heathcliff runs away. I don't think this is a spoiler. I think that you can, from the trailer, you can kind of infer a lot of this happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes back, it's just very like back and forth of like what kind of person he is, what kind of person Kathy is, and it's not consistent. And you can probably say like, oh, it's love, like love isn't whatever. But as a viewer, it was just kind of hard to follow along. And then all the freaky stuff happened. It was just like, all right, like this is really taking me out. So I ended up giving it 3 stars. I would say out of 100, probably like a 62 or 63. I didn't hate it, but like sitting on it definitely made me think, okay, this wasn't. I don't think I loved this as much as I liked it leaving the theater. But
yeah, kind
Check your
of like you said, like the continuity of it all. I think the pacing here for me was a little rough. I think they were moving way too fast. When they're kids, I think the child actors. I mean, you have the star of adolescence as Heathcliff, who was great. I mean, I think both of the child actors were great. But it moves so fast. And I think because of that, the ending, I mean, I think there's a lot of other factors that go into this, but I don't think the ending feels earned. I think that they want us to feel a certain way about these characters. And at the end, I'm just kind of like, all right, well, what's for dinner? You know, like I don't really think I felt a whole lot. Again, terrible people. I've listened to the Charlie XCX album several times since I left this. It's phenomenal. It's really, really good. And it's just I think you take out I was telling Hunter this before we kind of started. You take the visuals and the good music out, and I think to me this is a whole lot more boring of a movie.
mm-hmm.
I'm not in the group that's like, oh, Margot Robbie and Jay Belordi were both severely miscast. I think they both did. Like, I've never read the book, so I can't really speak to maybe the injustices that were done to like a faithful adaptation of what that would have looked like. But I think their acting was fine. I mean, Jacob Elordi, it's just aura for, however long.
And in my theater, it was. There were a lot of women in my theater, and every time Jacob Elordi either showed up or took his shirt off, just cheers.
It's like a Marvel movie in there.
Yeah, it's like all the women and me.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of the same things as Charlie, but Hunter, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I did not allow women in my theater. There were 8 people in my theater, and it was 7 dudes. It was 7 dudes and 1 woman. So a different crowd for me.
Did they cheer when Jacob Elordi did anything?
No. There were a couple audible gasps at some points. I think I've come to the conclusion that I think Emerald Fennell needs to find a writer to work with, because I do think that she is insanely talented at visuals and directing, but I think her writing is just, it misses the mark on a lot of things. And I think this, if you looked at Saltburn and you're like, all right, that movie, I'm going to amplify all of the problems in that and dial them to 11. Like, that's my problems with this. Like, it's just, it's the same problems, but like almost worse. Like, I feel like it's unfocused. I think that it doesn't really have anyone to root for sure. And I just think that these are all like really just bad people. The only person I think that I actually kind of rooted for was Nellie, because at least I think that she at least had, because I think that that's a very stereotypical character in stories like this, where it's like, old England, and it's like the handmaiden who makes the hard choices to do the right thing for the family. And I think that at least is a character that I could be like, all right, you know what? She made the wrong choices, but I get why. Everyone else made the wrong choices to make the wrong choices. I really think there's a couple weird choices in this movie, even with the visuals. The fact that I hated the walls with her freckles and like veins on them. Super creepy walls. Did not like the walls. But I just think from a visuals perspective, this movie is very nice to look at. I think the costuming is nice. I do. Every time that they had Margot Robbie with like a veil on and the wind hitting her, stunning to look at. Really, really loved all that. Before Jacob Elordi's Heathcliff leaves and it's like the blood red sky, awesome. Everything there is great. Yeah. It's just the story just really falls flat for me in a lot of areas. And I think it's because they don't really face any ramifications for what they're doing. Like, there's no repercussions. Like, even, we'll get maybe spoilers, but like even the ending, I would argue it's not really an indictment on what they did. Like it's more an indictment on like a character who I would make the argument did the thing that she thought was right. Like, the only person who thought they were doing the right thing. So I think that was just a poor choice overall. But for the freakiness of it all,
Yes.
I almost feel like it was freaky in the wrong areas. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like it did almost like shock stuff in the same way Saltburn did shock stuff, but it wasn't like steamy in like the other sense. Like the way this was marketed was like, look at this sexy, slick thing. And it was more just like a
the entire first trailer was just kneading bread.
Yeah, but
fingers.
But like
the entire first trailer.
But like I don't feel like that's what this was.
No,
like, it was more of just like shock and like
like the
icky
dog.
Yeah, it was more like that versus like I would say like
hated that
sleek and sexy romance, which I think was an interesting choice because I would make the argument that Saltburn did the same thing, which obviously very famously did in Saltburn with the drain scene. So like I think that maybe that's just her style, and that, you know what, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I think I think that almost hurts it too, because you're like uncomfortable watching it. But if you're uncomfortable watching it with people you don't like to see on screen, then it really hurts the experience overall.
I don't think this is an argument at all. I think Saltburn is infinitely freakier than this movie.
Yeah. I would say so. This was totally.
Exactly. And I think I thought I almost went into this movie thinking, especially from the trailers, I'm like, man, same director as Saltburn, and this is what they're giving us in the trailers.
Yeah,
this movie's gonna be real freaky.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think there's moments where you're kind of like little shock moments, but I don't think it's anywhere near the Saltburn level of shock. So I think maybe I was
the other side to balance it out.
Yeah, like not to say I was like let down, but I think as someone who watched the trailer and was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be real weird. It was it was just kind of less weird than what I expected.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I just think for the trailer they gave, I don't know. And I guess if you guys want to hop into spoilers, we can kind of
I'd like
break
to
some of it down. We can crack it open.
I'd like to do spoilers, and I have a lingering question at the end, which we'll get to at the end. But I'd say for me, spoilers, obviously the ending. I didn't really feel for her.
No, I didn't feel for it at all.
I really only felt bad for Edgar at the end of it.
That's where I was at.
I was like, dude, this sucks for Edgar. Like, because I mean, not only was they cheating on him behind his back, but like at the same time too, Nellie, in probably the worst decision she made in the whole movie, was like, don't go be with her. Like that was the advice she kept giving. It was like, don't be with her. And the only thing Edgar wanted to do was like console her. And if he did, maybe this would never have happened. So like that too, where it's like, dang, you listened to the wrong person again, Edgar.
I thought the scene where Jacob Elordi, they make it all, he's riding in on a horseback across the countryside, and he's like, please, no. And then I think definitely one of the better scenes is when he's walking down the stairs and he's crying, and Mr. Linton could have easily spat in his face. He could have done some sort of act of hatred toward this individual, but he does what he's always done.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy. He stays a nice guy.
Yeah, but he finished last.
Hey, he still got all the money. Did you guys ever believe that Jacob Elordi was rich?
Okay, did you see my Letterboxd review?
I got the vibe that he was lying.
He bought Wuthering Heights, though.
Did he?
For probably like $6.
Yeah, I feel like he could have just went up to that dad and been like, listen, pal, here's a couple nickels. I own this place now.
I don't know, man. He had quite a behemoth of, I mean, whether those bottles are real or not is,
I guess
question. So. But man, that guy bought a lot of liquor.
He did have a wild earring, so maybe that proved his wealth. That earring was crazy.
He had one outfit too.
That was my review was, so if I get a cane, one earring, and a new haircut, will everyone think I'm rich?
I think the cane helps.
Nothing.
The cane, the gold tooth, and the earring, I think, is the 3 indicators that you're
The
wealthy.
cane was awesome.
The cane was pretty cool. I'll give them that. We should bring back canes.
Michael Card.
Marble card.
I feel like back then too, having like a clean shaven like haircut, that's like, oh, like you have the ability for someone like to cut your hair.
Yeah.
Right. And again, he could have just saved up all his nickels and dimes and just been like, yo, give me the Forbes, 30 under 30 haircut.
Yeah.
And the barber got him all set. But I don't know. I think they showed a lot of like diversity in the types of outfits they put Margot Robbie in, but I think Jacob Elordi, they're like, yeah, the coat works. Let's stick with the coat. Let's keep the button down.
Let's stick with the coat, but let's make it perpetually wet so it sticks.
This is going to be the most rain-heavy movie you've ever seen.
I mean, to be fair, it does take place in what? England?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's fitting.
I think I like when directors pull shots from things that inspire them.
Yep,
and I
agree. I know it.
I think when you pull shots from Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
But your movie is a lot worse.
Yes.
It makes me go,
yes.
I think I like Pride and Prejudice a lot. Them in that arch.
Yes.
With the rain was a big reminder for me of the rain in Pride and Prejudice when they're together and they both declare their love in the same thing. And I'm like, this is just a much far worse version of what is good in Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And also him just being so like tall and like large of a person in the silhouette. Like it reminds me a lot of that as well.
And you have the scene where, she turns around and Heathcliff is just standing in the mist.
In the rain.
And just like, oh, trying to be Mr. Darcy so bad.
Yeah, I'm like, I just miss Mr. Darcy right now because Mr. Darcy's a nice guy.
Where is Matthew McFadden? Where is he?
Where is he?
Bring him in now.
It's just, I think there could have been something great here, and this is where
I agree.
I think this is back-to-back weeks for me where it's movies where I think that you watch something and you're like, I think there could be something awesome here, and that just didn't become awesome. Like this and Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die for me is like in the same camp of like everything is right there. If you just have someone come in and just punch up the script a little bit, it could be something great, but it just isn't.
Don't like maybe I'm seeing this in a different light than you guys, but I feel like when it comes to yearning-esque movies, I think there was a lot of, they showed us in intimate ways with these characters that they loved each other. Aside from that, I don't think I bought their chemistry as a whole.
Yeah, I never really felt like they liked each other.
I feel like they liked each other, but I don't think their chemistry was like off the charts.
No, I don't. I never thought they were off the charts unless they were kids, which is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Like when they were kids, I was like, that is the most chemistry that they have the whole time. Like that's when I can tell they like each other.
That's what makes me so upset, is because we get to the end of the movie. I mean, the scene of her just like the pool of blood is just insane.
Yeah,
I think just another visual just that was so freaky. I didn't expect it. Then you have like the little like leeches that are like on her, disgusting. But at the end of the movie, they're laying in bed and she's dying, or she's dead. And they go back to when they were kids, and it's like Heathcliff, and he's like, I will love you to the day I die. And I'm like, man, that is so sweet. Only if I cared about these characters enough to be like, wow, that is just like, people in my theater were bawling their eyes out after that scene.
Yeah, it never hit for me.
And also, sorry, continue.
No, you're good. I was just saying, like, if anything, I'd cry over like the fact that these are two people that could have been together, but it is the society and the societal like expectations of what those two people are supposed to be that kept them apart. But again, that society doesn't make these people bad human beings. Oh, you're sorry, you're muted, Hunter.
See what
I heard you say
me,
exactly.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
But also in that scene, I think it would have been fine if he had said that and she hadn't heard. But she like smiled, so she knew all that time that he loved her. She knew that she loved him. So it's like, why would you even?
Yeah. Like if they were better people, I would be like, that's a sad scene. But because they were just awful human beings the whole time,
Yeah,
it really. And then also too, like they don't really have like a romance. Like it goes from them to be like a like 12, and then it fast forwards to them in like young adults. Like if they were like romantic, then it was like a forbidden love the whole time that they knew. And then she makes the choice to like leave Heathcliff because she has to make the right choice according to society. Like at least then you're like, all right, these two have been together, but they never really were. And like that, I don't know, that really like that kind of takes out the care as well, because it's like you made that choice very selfishly and then now you're a bad person because of it.
And can I say that I don't think I think Heathcliff he's a good person before he gets his heart broken and runs away.
Then he gets
vengeful. I think, yeah, exactly. He gets vengeful. But Margot Robbie's character, when she has the conversation with the maid and is like, "You will never be loved."
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like, what a like piece of crap human being. Like,
yeah,
dude. I mean, first off, cannot even imagine that life where just that's how it is. Like you will never experience that feeling. You'll never know what it's like. But then to have someone scream it into your face that you have to see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying she killed her on purpose, but like, if she did,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's okay. But there's certainly motive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say that I think she did intentionally, kill her. I think she still wanted what was best for her. And I think that was keeping her away from Heathcliff, because all it did was cause more chaos amongst her current situation. I mean, holy cow, she was pregnant.
Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Nellie did the right thing 90% of the time in that movie.
Yeah.
Truthfully, the saddest part of that movie, like the most emotional part for me, was the other worker at Wuthering Heights, when she goes back and is like, "Oh, hey, how's so-and-so?" And he's like, "Oh, she's married and has a kid now. Like, she never worked out with me and she won't even look at me." Like that was to me the most emotional beat of this entire movie. And it's like, that probably shouldn't be the most emotional beat of your whole movie. That this guy who's on screen for like 5 minutes is like very deeply emotional to me.
And it feels like whiplash from her character when she's like, "Oh no, like I'm sure she's thinking about you."
Yeah.
Like that completely contradicts exactly what you said to Nellie, like earlier in the like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just, again, there's some parts in here that I thought were really captivating, but the end product left me yearning for more, dare I say.
Yeah. Disappointed.
And sorry, I have something to add on the freakiness of it all.
Yeah.
I think call me out if I'm wrong here, but I thought the freakiest part of the entire movie was when Margot Robbie is with Mr. Linton and she gets him to like put his hands like,
it wasn't freaky. It was more just like, this is bumming me out because this guy has no idea that she's just thinking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, dude. Once again, Edgar and Mr. Linden just sucks. That poor guy.
But honestly, guys, I feel like it sucks that he wanted just a nice wife, and this is what he got, and it's unfortunate because he was literally the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Like, I think Jacob Elordi could have smacked him in the face and he would have been like, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Yeah.
And maybe it's to a point where maybe he should have stood up and said something to him, because he knows this is going on.
Oh yeah.
But again, he's just not doing anything about it. And Nelly tells him about it, but then his move is that like you won't see him anymore. Like, also, like, why are they in separate rooms? Like, was that? I'm sorry, was that?
I think that's just an old
like,
English thing. I think people used to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people really used to do that until like the mid 40s.
And they're like, let's just find ways to make this really uncomfortable for everyone.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Have you guys ever watched The Crown? Have you guys ever watched The Crown?
No.
So like The Crown is like, I was very much about the royal family, but like they all stay in separate rooms. Like that's just what people did. Until I think
kind of strange.
I mean, if you go back and watch like old sitcoms too from like the 50s, like people would always separate beds or different, which people did. It's a thing people did for a long time for some reason. My lingering question with this is because I also watched this week Eternity for the first time. I saw that this week for the first time, which I liked quite a bit. A lot of streets are saying Callum Turner for James Bond. Watching this though, Jacob Elordi, is that you don't think so?
He's too lanky.
See, I think he'd be a good Bond because he's so physically there.
He's too lanky. I think Callum Turner is his name. That's his name.
Yeah.
He's very like proportional. Like his arms don't look too long, and he's in like pretty like proportional shape. Whereas Elordi, I just feel like is very lanky and like not.
He's big though.
I know, that's what I think is cool.
He's
a big dude. Like we've had small Bonds the last couple Bonds. Like
let's change it up.
Physically imposing Bond, I think would be cool because also like instead of being like a jacked Bond, he's just tall Bond, which is a different kind of physicality, which I think is interesting.
Callum Turner's pretty tall though.
Yeah, I think Jacob Elordi is like 6'6". Also, would you guys give this out of 100? I don't know, just a thought I had when I was walking out, like because he's all dressed well. And
Callum Turner's 6'2".
That's 4 inches, man.
That's not
what did you guys give this out of 100? I gave this a 57 out of 100.
Yeah, I'm at a 60.
Charles,
I think you said 61 or 62.
63.
Okay, we're all in the same.
We're all very close.
Camp.
It's just like
And I've thoroughly enjoyed our discussion on this, and I think once I left the theater, I got really excited to talk about it because, again, I think what we could have gotten from this was just a whole lot better than what we got. And I've watched some videos on whether a faithful adaptation would have been a better movie, and it probably would have.
It's weird too because like I don't know, like I forgave a lot in Saltburn. And I liked it more. It's just I can't forgive those same things here for some reason. It really, it's very interesting. I don't know. In my mind, it's like why I can't. But hey, Wuthering Heights.
It's funny because Caitlin and I took a look and we're like, wow, they've made a lot of Wuthering Heights. Like, there's been like I think 3 or 4 adaptations.
Oh,
and they're all like 3.5 stars.
Just none of them are good.
So,
hey,
we're just like. Emerald Fennell was like, man, I'm going to make the definitive Wuthering Heights adaptation. And then it just ends up being just like the rest, but it looks super awesome.
Yeah,
and
it's like way better to look at.
And it has a Charlie XCX like banger of a soundtrack.
Yeah, but Pride and Prejudice, over 4 stars on Letterboxd.
Pride and Prejudice is good.
Pride and Prejudice is very good.
That's in the list of hunters. Let's grab a bottle of wine and let's
facts.
Let's relax and enjoy this
full bottle of wine
cinema.
Movies. Shout out Rock of Ages, also on that list. Good movie.
And I guess the highlight of this is that I think we all love how this looked, and
I'm excited for her to do something next. Just like get a different writer.
Well, I think
or just have someone help you.
Linus Sandgren is the cinematographer for Dune Part 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
it's a good shout, Jack. That's a good shout.
I'm interested.
And
I think that's what most people are excited about is that we got a little snippet and we've seen it. I mean, he's the cinematographer for La La Land, Babylon. Big. But I think we all loved how this looked. So I think the fact that Mr. Greg is not coming back for Dune is a bit disappointing. But I think the fact that this being our highlight of the movie, and that he's involved in probably our top 2 most anticipated movie of the year. So it's just like we're getting a little tease, a little taste of what's to come.
Linus Sandgren, my man. Shout out Jay Kelly, also was the director of photography on Jay Kelly and Babylon. Oh, just like that, we're back in. And The Last Bond, so maybe he'll again put a good word in for my boy Jacob Elordi. I don't know. I really like Jacob Elordi. I think that he could be something. I think Bond would be cool for him. But
he's got the sauce.
He does. And I think Margot Robbie's good here too, which is the more frustrating part. Like I think they're both good here, which is even more frustrating. But oh well. All right, do you guys want to get into some Super Bowl trailers?
Okay.
Okay. Kind of a stinker for trailers, I will say.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There was one real bad one.
Nothing exciting.
One real bad one though. One that was so bad that I had to double check that a full trailer did not release online. And that was Mandalorian.
Yes.
My word, how bad that was. That was embarrassingly bad. It looked gross. I mean, just what are we doing?
I think you said this, Hunter, probably when this movie first, or the idea of this movie first got released, but like this is coming how many years too late?
Oh my, like 5?
Like if they did season 1 or season 2 of The Mandalorian and they're like, all right, let's just, there's 3 seasons, right?
Yeah, there are 3 seasons.
Like if we would have just done a movie instead of the 3rd season, like I think people would have been amped.
Yeah, the 3rd season wasn't that great. It pulled a lot of people out.
I know. Yeah, I think this could be a level like solo level box office.
No one's excited for this. I haven't met a single person that's like even talked about it.
I know, that's the weird.
And it's coming out, and there's a lot of big movies coming out.
Yeah,
and it is going to be a dog fight for tickets at the box office. I mean, especially if there are. I mean, I think people will go to see several movies that come out because I think there are so many big movies coming out this summer. But with that being said, us included, I don't think Mandalorian and Grogu is amongst the top of our list.
No.
And I don't think it is for diehard Star Wars fans are going to go see it. But as we've said, I think that even that number has waned a bit over the past 5 years.
Then, I'm not convinced that those diehard Star Wars fans are even excited. I think
they don't care.
Right now, it's just yikes.
I don't think they care about the new stuff. They're living in the past, and they're even saying that the original trilogy.
The farther away we get from our Star Wars discussion, the more accurate I seem to get. The more accurate Kylo Ren and myself seem to get in The Last Jedi. Interesting.
The Last Jedi is a good movie. I'm not a hater.
I'm a hater. Stand up. I'm a hater.
Let the past die. I mean, here's like coming around it. All right, so Devil Wears Prada 2 kicks off May, which I think we all think is going to be a big hit. I think Devil Wears Prada 2 is going to be huge.
It's going to rock.
Following week, Mortal Kombat. Then nothing really the week after that because of Con is happening. And then Mando and Grogu is May 22nd. The following week is that Nate Bargatze comedy, The Breadwinner. And then Masters of the Universe is 2 weeks after that. So there really is a 2-week nothingness period after Mando and Grogu. But then you get into June and you got Masters of the Universe, Disclosure Day, Scary Movie 6, Toy Story 5, Supergirl, Minions to start off July. So like the legs on this, I think, are going to be really not great. So Mando and Grogu, if it doesn't make all of its money in the first 2 weeks, it's probably going to just die. Also because it loses IMAX screens.
Yeah. I could have sworn there was more coming out in May. I don't know. Maybe I'm associating it with June or
So May has the Devil
Is Spider-Man June?
Spider-Man is July. It ends July.
Oh my gosh.
So July is the big month. Minions start the month. The Moana live action, The Odyssey, Evil Dead Burn, Spider-Man.
Okay. Man,
really, it's June and July. June and July it's nonstop every single week.
Well, at least they chose a good time to play it then.
It's mid.
Entirely incorrect.
Yeah, May's kind of tough because, well, I don't know. I feel like people
let me
start
look up
going to
Solo.
movies in May.
I'm gonna look up the Solo box office. Oh, shout out Solo Mio with Kevin James. Doing all right. Apparently, it's actually pretty good.
Hey, Mr. Taylor here.
Yeah, hey, it's Mr. Taylor. All right, so Solo,
where Kevin James was at the Super Bowl alone, looking all sad.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So Solo did 400 million. I think that's kind of the number. I don't think this is going to crack $1 billion. I think I'd be shocked if this got over 650. To be honest,
I think it's gonna be less than 400.
That's a bold take there, Charles, but a take that I respect.
Because I think there are Grogu enthusiasts.
Remember, Grogu was like the thing for like a good 4 years there, and it's been 3 years since then.
What I'm curious about is, I feel like in the United States, just based off my experience, I feel like Grogu's just his cultural importance has
it's over.
He's still everywhere. Like I went to the museum yesterday. The museum of American Museum of History. Okay. And in the gift shop, there is a Grogu magnet. Nice. Okay. Cool. But I feel like way back when this dude first came up, everybody was like, whoa, a baby Yoda. What the heck?
Yoda. Yeah.
And maybe it's just because Mandalorian's not been, the show or season 3 we've been removed from it for 2 years?
Yeah.
That people are kind of like, eh. But the real thing here is Baby Yoda big in the rest of the world? Like, what does Asia think? What does Europe think?
I feel like Asia loves Baby Yoda.
Do they love
yeah, they definitely
love but isn't Asia not a Star Wars territory? Isn't that like the whole thing that like they don't love Star Wars? Like, doesn't China not really like Star Wars?
But I'm just saying, like, if
it's like a
because even if it's it's just like Avatar, like it could have a really bad run in the United States and the rest of the world could still pull it up. So I don't know. I'm just so split on this movie because I'm so personally uninterested in it.
Yeah,
but I just can't.
I don't know.
I
mean, we'll see. It's coming very soon. I also just think it's poorly marketed. Like, I feel like if this was season 4 of Mando, we'd even be saying like, wow, it's really not marketed that well. But this is a movie.
And it just, even watching the trailer again at the movies this weekend, I just feel like the quality is just not there for what a Star Wars movie should be.
You're not hyped for Barry Keoghan as Jabba the Hutt's son? As Rota the Hutt?
Isn't it Jeremy Allen White?
Oh, that's right. It is Jeremy Allen White. Yeah, not Barry Keoghan. But see, same thing.
The Crime 101 is just...
Crime 101 is just in my brain.
That wrecking ball just can't leave your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This could be a real stinker.
But we'll be there. We'll be on the on the ground.
We will eat the slop. It'll be the first Star Wars movie that's, I think, been released since we've all known each other.
Wow.
Because the last one to release was The Force Awakens, and that was 2019.
You mean Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, that one. The Rise of Skywalker, 2019.
Sorry.
Awakens was like...
The Force Awakens 2015. We're actually we're over 10 years from Force Awakens, but...
Wow.
Anything else on Mando?
No.
Not really. All right. The next up is Minions 3, Minions and Monsters.
I'm so...
This was the biggest trailer of this Super Bowl. What do we
I'm
think?
so fatigued of just seeing and hearing Minions.
Banana.
We're not the target audience. Let's
It's
call
Facebook
spade
moms.
spade here.
It's Facebook
yeah,
moms.
It's little kids and
Facebook moms. Yeah.
See, the hope is that one day you have kids and you can just show them the greatest cinema possible and they just eat it up. That's the hope, right? That you're like, hey, here's this really awesome movie called Coco. You're going to love it. And they watch it and they're like,
here's Heat.
Coco Loco. And they're all crazy about it.
You got to watch Singing in the Rain.
But then there is the thought in the back of your head that's like, Bluey, let's watch Bluey every single day for the rest of your life. Like you get off from a 9 to 5 and you're like, man, I am exhausted. And you're like, all right, what do you want to watch tonight? And he's just like,
I've heard
Bluey.
I've heard Bluey's pretty good.
Look, okay, maybe I'm hating on Bluey. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. You get the picture.
It's pretty good. I know what you mean.
It's like you're just trying, like, put them on the classics, like the 2D animation of the old style Disney. You're like Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, like you give them the good stuff, Aladdin.
Kids, have you ever heard of the Shawshank Redemption?
That's a tasteful pick.
All right, children, sit down. We're gonna watch Eyes Wide Shut. I need you to learn about.
Dad, what is he doing?
Guys, I'm glad you're all here for little Timmy's 8th grade birthday party. All right, I got the whole class over. Time to learn about cinema. We're gonna start with Wild Wild West and then go right into Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's gonna be
it's like the Austin Butler. So what did you like when you were a kid? I really like watching The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. It's one of my favorites.
The second a kid moves, you pause it. Excuse me, we're watching something.
You paying attention to mise en scène? Mise en scène?
Yeah. There's a test after this, all right? Be ready.
No, in all seriousness,
will
no,
call
like,
you mom.
I'm so interested at what, like, when that time comes. It's like what movies or what shows are you watching? Maybe the Backyardigans. Let's get crazy. Shrek. Yeah, Shrek's a good one.
That'd be good.
So sneaky. There's just there's so many.
I think we're gonna
like,
have to see Minions though for this.
Doesn't Avery like Minions a lot?
Dude, Avery loves the Minions.
How about Avery watches the Minions and then she
gives us a review?
Yeah,
we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do an Ave Dog review special and we'll have her review the Minions for us.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Is it? And will the review just be in Bye-bye?
it'll be in
banana. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That'd be
Minions.
good.
That was good. Yeah, bro.
I thought there was a Minion.
Bro acts like he doesn't know that language. He knows the language.
I thought there was one in the room with us.
Yeah.
Kevin was in the room with us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Never asked the Minions what they were doing during the Ottoman Empire.
It's so funny though that like these are different Minions, but as someone who's so disconnected from this whole Minions bit, the fact that it's not Kevin, Bob, and Stuart.
Yeah, dude. It's really throwing me off. It's not my guys.
I'm just like, are they gonna act the same as Kevin, Bob, and Stuart though?
No, it's gotta be different, right? They're even the animators. We gotta change it up a little bit.
I know, but it's unfortunately I can't really tell the difference.
Whoa.
What?
Dude, the one is fat now. The one's fat now.
Yeah. No. I know that they look different, but I'm just saying, like, in the way that they act, they're all just like, I mean, I guess one of them, it's like the Three Stooges, they just convert them into Minions, like Larry, Moe, and Curly.
No, dude, it's new guys.
The
one is a little more round. The one's a little more round than he's ever been.
Remember when they turned purple in Despicable Me 2? That was
they became evil. And then remember the last Minions?
They're purple now.
They became superheroes. They had like the rock one, and then they had like a stretchy one.
I'm sorry, I did not make it to that one. I remember.
You missed Minions 2?
Oh wow. Was it Minions? No, it was Minions: The Rise of Gru, and then there's Minions 2, right?
No, Minions 2 is Minions: The Rise of Gru.
When did all the dudes go in suits?
last year. Or
Despicable Me
last
4.
year.
That was for 4.
How many are there? Jesus.
Okay, so in Despicable Me 2, in Minions 2, The Rise of Gru, Gru's a little kid.
This is like Fast and Furious. They're going to go to space soon. Well, they've
been to space. The first movie, they went to space and stole the moon. So actually, they jumped the shark from the jump. In Despicable Me 4, that's when they all went in suits.
See,
and that's when they have superhero powers.
These movies, once these kids grow up, I'm not going to say in quality they're equivalent to it, but like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, like people are like, oh, like can you name all 4 of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies?
Shipwrecked,
and you're like Chipwrecked, and then the Road Chip, like come on, dude. Like this is going to be a trivia question at a bar in give it maybe like 10 to 12 years.
Oh, dude, I got the trivia question right now. What was the little kids' names? What was the 3 daughters' names?
Agnes, Edith.
The old one, Miranda Cosgrove.
Agnes.
No, she's not. Agnes is the little one.
Agnes, Edith, and hold up. Margot.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's on lock.
Come on.
Well, hey, if you're interested in owning Minions Despicable Me 4 on Blu-ray, the collector's edition is on sale right now on Amazon. So shout out Amazon.
Can't wait to buy 10.
Just in case. I gotta be ready. All right, so that's Minions. The last couple trailers here, we got a little teaser for Supergirl again, which pretty much same stuff we've already seen, so not a whole lot extra there. The big 2 ones though were Project Hail Mary, which was awesome.
Looks so good.
I'm so pumped for this. This is supposed to be, streets are saying this is early contender for Best Picture nom.
Really?
Yeah. It's supposed to be absolutely incredible. So my expectations are high. I'm excited.
That'd be so cool if it won Best Picture.
The Goss God does it again.
Jack is not in.
Oh no.
No. I'm in. I don't. This is not an Oscars. Like they could nominate it, and I think there's a good chance it could get nominated. But maybe visual effects, it could get a win. I mean, like it does look stunning. Like it is.
The Martian
so nice to look at. No, yeah. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying a win is probably a little bit. That is a true Hail Mary, if you say.
This feels like a Golden Globe comedy winner, but doesn't win the Oscar.
But then they throw in stuff that is not a comedy. Like
so this is.
I think if it strictly was held to a comedy, like yeah, I think so. Yeah. If they're gonna be like, what was it? They said The Martian was a comedy, right?
No, that had some funny bits.
I think it's a comedy.
It's definitely not a drama.
It's just so interesting how you categorize this stuff, though. Like
yeah, but I mean, it's hard when you get these like 4 quadrant movies that are like kind of everything.
No, I know. But when I think of Martian, I more or less think of like a sci-fi, esque kind of.
Yeah, but he does good jokes.
It's kind of an action movie.
There's some good bits in there.
Andy Weir's a pretty goofy guy.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this movie though.
The fits in this movie are awesome.
When he's wearing that sweater, like the striped blue, red, and yellow sweater.
Oh, so cool. The yellow jumpsuit, spacesuit is the coolest thing. Him teaching his class in like the tweed jacket. What a cool guy. And then there's the raincoat that like looks just so cool. I want all of his outfits in this movie. It's like the coolest.
Hunter has pre-ordered 7 Lego sets.
Yeah, dude, the Lego set is pre-ordered. Well, I mean, I read the book, all right. I did a thing called reading, folks, and let me tell you, you're in for a treat with this one. This is a good one.
Charlie, I was telling Hunter, I think before you escaped last week, that we should all dress up as a version of Ryan Gosling for Project Hail Mary.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be so fun. Just like I don't know.
I gotta.
Dude, dibs on the gray man Gosling.
Someone could be, what?
I got to on this one.
Yeah, you gotta go a wild like bit roll.
I was like I got the
Titans.
I got the Ken sweater I could pull out.
You could be
La La Land.
Maybe I'll do Blade Runner. God, dude, he's so awesome in Blade Runner too. Dude, Ryan Gosling is just the best. Love this guy. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Oh man, and he's gonna, you know what? He's gonna save Star Wars too. He just does it again every single time. He's gonna save Star Wars.
Brodus loves going to space.
Yeah, it's him and Sean Levy are gonna save Star Wars. He was great in The Fall Guy too, which is a very underrated movie from that year.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Man. And then the last trailer was The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Yep.
In.
Give me 7 of these.
Fully in.
His dog better be in it.
I hope so.
Shall the Kraft mac and cheese be in there too?
I sure hope so. I want the dog licking its chops and seeing the tail wagging too.
Yeah.
That scene was great in Once Upon a Time.
I like how they aged him up a little bit. I think that's a good call. But man, I'm in on this. Brad Pitt. And Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who I really like.
This was such a nice little shock.
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting this. And I think that's what was kind of part of some of the fun when we were younger. You know, you'd watch the Super Bowl and it's not like it's not like teams would announce, get ready for the Super Bowl. Here comes the trailer. Or there were people constantly speculating, hey, you're going to get a trailer for this tonight. But you'd just be like sitting on your couch or at like a Super Bowl party. And then all of a sudden you'd see like Captain America show up and you're like, yo.
The one I think of the most is Stranger Things Season 2.
Okay.
I remember that trailer hitting during Super Bowl, like ingrained in my brain. Because that was the same year they did that stupid Cloverfield drop. It was like right after the game, watch Cloverfield. And it stunk.
Yeah, I just feel like now it's like what trailers are coming. Like Marvel's like, yeah, we're not dropping a trailer, which that's a whole nother conversation. But man, just seeing this pop up on my screen, I did the Leo, like, whoa. Like that was me. And it
Perfect
was
reference for this.
I love that they brought like you could see they put the Oscar in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be great. And David Fincher needs to escape the Netflix just rabbit hole, but we're doing David Fincher doing himself while also doing Tarantino at the same time. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that they had the little Tarantino like products in the trailer. You could see like you had the cigarette package. Like he had like the branding on like one of the walls. And I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but like didn't the Kahuna Burger make a
it did. There was a cameo of that.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's always fun when you get to see the little like items from other movies kind of make their way into these projects.
Charles, did you know that Brad Pitt's a big Lego guy?
Is he really?
Yeah, he is the executive producer of that Lego Masters show and Lego Masters Junior. And I think the rumor mill that I saw was that he was a big reason that the F1 movie got that Lego set.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have a collection?
I don't know. I think he's a pretty private guy, but his next few movies and his last few have been pretty like him since Babylon. He's been on but even before that, he's been on a heater, I think. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ad Astra, which if you guys haven't seen, no one saw Ad Astra, but Ad Astra was great. It was awesome. The Lost City was pretty good. Bullet Train, Babylon, Wolves, which I did not see, and then F1. And now he's in this, obviously.
And then we got, I guess some big news this week, which I think we kind of already discussed, but like F2.
Yeah. F2 Electric Boogaloo coming back. Can't wait. It's going to be great. Anything else on Cliff Booth? No?
No.
All right. Last trailer, Spider Noir.
Yeah.
Are we in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Big time.
Are you going to watch it in black and white or color?
Black and white.
White.
I know, I'm thinking black and white too.
100%.
Well, they did do like that cool like Technicolor version of it, which the Technicolor looks nice, but I think black and white is the way to go.
Black and white just feels right.
Yeah. This looks pretty great.
Like that rhyme, Jack?
It was quite smooth.
Tasteful.
Yeah.
It was shooting out like a web. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry.
Well,
someone stop me. Someone just take the mic away from me. This is
no,
that was a bad one.
That's good.
Noir more for you, Jack.
He's back. There we go.
Look at this guy.
We'll obviously talk about this when it comes in the pod, but this looks good.
Personally, like the Spider Noir has been, I think he was my favorite variant we got from Into the Spider-Verse. And when I heard he wasn't going to be in Across the Spider-Verse, I was severely upset. And
yeah,
literally at the end of the movie, they're like, yeah, Miles is in a different dimension, and we're getting a team together to save him. And I see Spider Noir in the back of this.
He's back.
I am like cheering in my theater. I'm like, he's back. He's back. Like I've never I was so pumped to see this character return. I think I even threw it in my Letterboxd review the first time I watched that movie. And the fact that we got a live action version of this with Nick Cage is like, in Nick Cage, it is full. This is not like Nick Cage is somebody else. He's Nick Cage. Like this is Nick Cage doing the Cageisms and all. Like he is, and he goes, and I got plastered or something. Like I got wasted. I was like, this is exactly what this TV show should be.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for this. Like my brother sent me a TikTok. He's like, dude, this looks awesome. I'm like,
Prime is hitting with the superhero shows in general. They've got Invincible, they've got The Boys, they've got this, they've got Fallout, they've got what else do they have? Maybe that's it.
So all the girls, what is it? To the Boys I Loved Last Summer, whatever that is. What's that big show everyone loves?
The summer I turned pretty.
That one. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
All the
like that one.
Comic book and video game adaptations, they're just cooking.
Yeah,
dude. This movie. I mean, this comes out this year, right?
It comes out in May.
This year. This is the year of the superheroes. I mean, we have some phenomenal flicks coming out. You got Spider-Man. You got The Boys, the final season. I mean, come on. You have this. You have Doomsday. I mean, I think last year you had a lot of superhero movies, but I'm a lot more excited for the quality.
Yeah,
this year's.
Is
that a hot take?
No.
And you have Supergirl. I feel like I just left Supergirl out too.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited for Supergirl. I think that could be really awesome. But no, Spider Noir looks great. I do love like watching just regular Nicolas Cage like walk around be detective, and then he puts the mask on. He's just like doing flips and stuff, and I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I wanted out of this. That's great. I don't know. I might watch the first episode twice, like halfway, like and cut halfway, like in color and not in color, and see which one I prefer more. But I do think the black and white I got
black and white's the move.
But the Technicolor looks nice.
It just looks like color. I don't
know. There's like an extra little zip on it. I feel
texture maybe.
Well, they've thrown in a bunch of Spider-Man. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of Spider-Man ones here. Sandman,
Electro, I think is in this. Man Spider, I think is also in this. Brendan Gleeson's in it for 3 episodes, which is very funny. But no, the cast is pretty good. So I'm pretty in on this.
See, this is what I think a lot of superhero movies should be. Like, it doesn't have to be a carbon copy, and I think people are tired of that.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need... We've seen...
8 episodes. That's all it is.
We've seen Spider-Man before. 3 different ways. And the first one was the best. Like, there's no debate. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are the best Spider-Man movies. But if you're going to do a Spider-Man project, this is it. Like, this is so exciting, and it's so new, and it feels so fresh. Like, this is not a 20-year-old Spider-Man. This is a 50, 60-year-old Spider-Man who is unhinged. And Nick Cage playing this character is like, it just gives me goosebumps. I'm so pumped for this to come out.
it's gonna be pretty great. I'm very excited for it. Which comes out in May, and we'll obviously cover it when it comes on. Comes out and we'll talk about it. Last pieces of news here, just two quick ones. Helldivers, it's coming November 2027 with starring Jason Momoa. So don't know if any Helldivers fans out there, but coming. The one I'm excited for though is The Mummy 4 has its release date, May 19th, 2028. Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser are returning. Cannot wait for this. Very, very excited for this. The Fraser Renaissance is upon us, and I'm just happy to be here for it. He deserves the world.
I haven't watched The Mummy in quite some time. I think if we have a little slot
do The Mummy
available, I'm all in to do The Mummy.
Yep, I'm in on that.
Because I feel like that's a very physical, very like tangible set that they built out. There's what VFX, but it's not like so heavy that you feel disconnected from the movie.
No, and it looks good still.
Yeah. So I'm all for. I'd love to kind of take a look at that, break it down, get mummified. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's get crazy
up in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. And that's kind of it for news. Anything you guys been watching you wanted to share?
I've watched a lot actually.
Oh, good, Chuck.
Because I've got 2 weeks because I didn't share last week. If you guys haven't been able to tell, it's been a very romantic couple of weeks for me.
Indeed.
If you've seen what I've been watching. Well, I saw. Did I ever talk about Begonia?
Yes.
I don't know if
I think you said you watched.
I think you said you watched it.
I've seen it. If you want to.
Yeah, it's just like pretty disturbing. I did not know what this movie was going to be about. I thought I did, and you know probably up until like 20 or 25 minutes in what it's about, and then it's weird. It gets very weird, but it's very good. The acting is awesome.
Yeah.
Gave it 4 stars. I understand the Best Picture nod, like the nomination, but I don't think it'll really win anything.
Yeah, especially since Jesse Plemons didn't even get a
yeah.
I
feel that's like a bummer.
That's kind of a big. I know. I think he's such a severely underrated. And I say underrated, like I think he's an actor that deserves more critical praise. I feel like he's
good.
He's beloved by fans.
He was very, very good
everywhere. He's phenomenal. And I saw the Hunger Games trailer. I'm beyond excited to see him in that. To the movies this week. Sorry. I cut you off there. Apologies.
Oh, all good. Not at all. First Blood we talked about. I watched Before Sunrise. Never unpacked that with you guys, but got a nice little bottle of wine with Jenna. Some chocolate covered frozen raspberries.
Whoa.
Yeah. 4.5 stars.
Steamier than all of Wuthering Heights right there.
Well,
okay.
I don't know how to respond to that. No, but it's great. This film's great. I think this might be. Do you guys put romances and rom-coms in the same category, or do you?
No,
different categories.
And I think this is my favorite romance. I was gonna say like romance rom-com. I think it's probably second behind When Harry Met Sally. But I think Jack talked about it like a month ago when you watched it, but it's just 2 hours of dialogue and walking around Vienna, and the chemistry is great, and the progression of their relationship and getting to know one another is just so great to watch. You can kind of feel how the emotions change throughout the night as they're getting, like, at first it's like, oh, like I don't really know this person, like I don't like guards are up. You see the guards coming down. You see like the is genuineness? What's the right word?
Yeah. We know what you're saying, I guess.
You see it about like halfway through the night, or throughout it, you see it. But then you almost kind of feel the tonal shift as sunrise approaches, and as they kind of realize like, oh, our time's very limited. And but it's told in a way that doesn't make you sad. It's almost like just be happy it happened, you know.
Yeah.
It's really, really well done. The dialogue is just phenomenal. Really cool setting too. Really cool shots. Would recommend it to anyone. Hunter, you should watch it. Maybe I'll upload it to my Plex. I gotta figure out how to set that up again. But yeah, really, really great. Then I watched Crazy Stupid Love.
Nice.
4 stars. Oh, I gave Before Sunrise 4.5. Crazy Stupid Love, 4 stars. This may be top 5 rom-com that I've seen. The only ones I can think of that I like more are When Harry Met Sally. I love Notting Hill. I love Pretty Woman. This may be 4-ish. But I thought this was hysterical. And I love Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell together. I love Ryan Gosling's character just in general. I think he's the best.
So
character.
good.
He's so good in this. The best scene. I mean, I don't think this is. I think this is probably like the undisputed best scene. But like in the backyard when they're all just like,
yeah, it's so good, dude.
And,
when the neighbor shows up to also get mad at him.
David Lindhagen, like, oh,
you're Lindhagen.
And then Ryan Gosling's like David Lindhagen, and then Steve Carell
takes his ring off.
Yeah, and you just like without missing a beat, like, all right, take and just pops him. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So loved that. Then I watched 500 Days of Summer. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Kind of bums me out.
Oh.
Yeah.
The ending is awesome, but throughout it, it's like, oh, this is kind of making me sad. I don't know.
I feel like it's a very real thing, though, of like,
yeah,
you oversell someone in your mind.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, which I like, because there's not a whole lot of movies like that where it doesn't turn out that actually is the person in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it is very real. Like I was watching and I was thinking, like, I have 3 friends that I've seen exactly like this. And
yeah,
it bums you out big time. But the ending is so good. So I gave that 3 stars.
My name's Winter.
That's the next one.
I really miss when Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a big star.
He's pretty good.
He's kind of awesome.
He's
charming. Well, because one thing I watched last night was Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake, and then Avery and I were talking about how we kind of miss Justin Timberlake being a big star, and I really miss Joseph Gordon-Levitt being a big star too. Like I think he's a talented guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
this
is good. I gave that 3 stars. Perhaps I was too critical. Perhaps I treated it too harshly. But
I treated you too harshly.
Is what it is. Wuthering Heights, obviously, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Absolutely.
4.5 stars for me on my Tarantino list. I believe it ranks number 4. Yes, it's number 4. Behind Django Unchained, Hateful Eight. I really like the Hateful Eight. I know, Hunter, you don't like it. Jack, I don't know about you.
I haven't seen it.
And then Inglourious Bastards is 3 for me.
It's a good list.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I would like to do, if we get, there's a director that we've all kind of hit. And I think Tarantino's honestly a very not easy director, because a lot of his stuff is not streaming everywhere. But if there is a director where they have a pretty hefty filmography, do another shared list. I feel like that would be fun. If we could.
I think Linklater would be fun to do. Obviously,
I agree. Linklater would be so much fun.
Because it's so different, a lot of his movies. I think we all have a different number 1, because I have a very distinct number 1 of his. I had 3 other ones this week that I watched. I rewatched Sky High. Haven't seen that in a long time. Really like Sky High.
It's a good one.
Forgot how much I liked it. And then I watched Miracle.
You know,
the Olympic Games are happening.
Yeah. You know, the villain in Sky High is married to Ewan McGregor.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yeah. How about Scott Pilgrim? It's Ramona Flowers. Scott Pilgrim.
Miracle rocks.
Miracle is so good. You know, it just
best sports movie of all time.
It's got to be up there.
Not changing my mind.
It might be 1 or 2 for sure. It's right
there.
What
would rival it? Remember the Titans?
I really like Moneyball, but I like Moneyball, but I know it's 3 on that list. And I think if you were to rank,
I think Miracle's the one.
I think Miracle
F1.
The best part is all those actors were just like regular hockey dudes.
Yeah, just
none of those because they hired like the auditions. They literally just like invited hockey players because they wanted people that could recreate every scene.
Yeah, they cared more about the skating.
Yeah.
Also, I really do think that in Miracle, Kurt Russell's awesome in that role. Like that's one of those ones where it's like, if we ever did a list where it's like, all right, let's go back and do like underappreciated roles, that would be one on my list. I think of. You don't think he's good?
No, he's unreal.
Oh, okay. You're shaking your head like
incredible.
I was like, oh, well, I thought you were about to do a very hot take here, Charles.
No, he makes me run through a wall.
Yeah. And the last two I had this week were Eternity, which is on Apple TV now. Finally caught that. I do think she made the right choice, by the way, in the end there. So
me too.
Yep. And then Friends with Benefits. Like I said, I watched last night with Avery, which was good. It was good, cute, 3 stars. I do miss Justin Timberlake being like a huge star. It's fun watching movies from like the early 2010s. There's a bit of like millennial optimism in those that we just don't have anymore, and it's very nice to see. Also, shout out director Will Gluck, who directed Friends with Benefits. He directed Easy A and Anyone But You from a couple years ago, which I really liked. But then this year he's got a big one coming out, which actually Jack and I touched on earlier, which is One Night Only with Callum Turner and Monica Barrero. So pumped for that. Excited. All right. Anything else, boys?
Jack, what'd you watch?
Oh yeah, Jack. My bad.
I watched Transformers.
Nice.
That was it. Yeah. No, I definitely. It's funny because I think there's points in that movie where it's like, yeah, I think some of the dialogue they give Megan Fox is just like completely out of left field. But then it's like, it's Megan Fox. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I got no complaints.
Yeah, no, it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I couldn't stop thinking about Transformers 1 the entire movie. I don't know. I think I like how like silly and goofy the robots are, or like the Autobot. You know, like I feel like they're not like these big monsters. Like especially, Prime and Bumblebee's the goat, dude. Like I love that guy. He's just so like goofy and funny, and it's
he's cute.
After watching this movie, it kind of makes sense why they have Bumblebee from Transformers 1. While I'm still not like, man, I'm in love with everything they did with that character, like him being this hyper jump around type character, Keegan-Michael Key playing him. I kind of see it. I see the vision. Is that a hot take?
No, I think that's a good take. I also think that's why they gave him a solo movie. Like the Bumblebee movie with Haley Steinfeld is quite good. I missed a couple of years ago on TikTok when that like Linkin Park edit would go viral, like people putting the "What I've Done" at the end. Yeah. Well, what a great ending to that movie.
Yeah.
Of like, we will protect Earth. This is our home now. It's so good, dude. So good. Get you amped. Man, I miss Michael Bay. I want more Michael Bay stuff.
Yeah.
I know. The world needs more Michael Bay.
It does. All right. Anything else, boys? No? Good. Next week, we got a new Glenn Powell. Get ready.
Ooh.
How to Make a Killing. Can't wait for that next week. Rumor mill says the Spider-Man trailer might be next week. So get ready.
All right.
Isn't it normally like 4 months out?
Yeah, a lot of stuff is leaking this week, which I was going to talk about, but we'll save it till like real stuff comes out.
Yeah, I like that.
So next week we got How to Make a Killing, and we'll think of a draft for next week.
Cool.
Maybe we'll do movie rich guys. Mr. Dawson could be on that list.
We could do that.
Yeah, or something tied to the movie somehow. We'll think.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll think of something.
We'll have to do the rom-com draft another time.
We could do it next week.
We could do a what draft?
Rom-com.
Or we could find it. There's going to be another rom-com that comes out this year. Let's just
there's the Will Gluck one I just said like 3 times.
Yeah,
that one. We'll do that one when that one comes out. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, boys, till next week. Have a good week at the box office, everybody. Peace.